to Fox News contributor Kat Timpf, and we've got Geltrude and company founder Dan Geltrude. Dan, the day has come, right?
Yeah, and I'm not surprised, Neil. Yeah. I think the reason that people are relocating, some may say the weather, but the fact of the matter is the cost structure in a state like New York.
Sure.
It's a high cost of living. Taxes are high, and there's opportunities elsewhere. So if you have the chance to move, and you can move, why not move to a Texas or Florida or some other state?
Yeah, the weather is one thing, but the fact is it's just a lot cheaper.
Exactly.
Substantially so.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I mean, yeah, New York is cold, but on top of it, it's very expensive. A lot of things don't work. There's vomit all over the streets. It's not a nice place to live, and it costs so much.
All right, so you're not a fan of what's been happening.
See, look, it's the people that are living in the blue states like New York or California. They don't like the blue state policies that they've been voting for. They're not moving to Florida because they love Disney World.
Really?
They're I hope not. Right. They're moving to Florida because it's less expensive, and we're seeing the same thing with Texas as well. People living in New York, California, going to Florida, going to Texas because it's cheaper. And what's interesting is that a lot of these people are liberal, and they don't seem to realize that they're the ones who voted for a lot of these policies and a lot of these politicians that have made it so expensive to live in these states in the first place.
It's just so prohibitive, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, and Kat brings up a good point, too, in terms of who is actually moving, right? Because that matters as these congressional seating is going to change. You know, is it just Republicans moving south or southwest, and therefore it's going to really change the balance in Congress? I actually don't think that's the case.
It's not. Well, Texas is purple at this point for that exact reason.
Well, I don't think it's a red or blue issue. I think it's a green issue. So
well, a lot of people go to the extremes of saying in Texas it could become a purple state precisely because of this migration that involves not your typical Republicans.
Exactly, and it just makes no sense that they're saying, okay, well, it's so expensive to live here, so I'm going to move, and then I'm going to go to Texas and vote for the same things that
so why do you live in Manhattan?
I live in Manhattan because of work.
Okay.
And just because I love taking the subway.
Isn't there a hologram image of you somewhere? But you just like New York, right?
Yeah, I mean,
the vomit on the streets notwithstanding.
The opportunity. Right? Yeah, I would like to somewhere a little cleaner and cheaper at some point, but because of the opportunity here.
Understood. And that's the thing you hear. A lot of people say, well, you know, it's New York. It's New Jersey.
Right.
I don't know why I say that in New Jersey.
Do people say that?
Yeah, they don't.
It's where things are happening. I mean, look, Neil, I love coming in here and being able to see you face to face. That has value.
Sure.
Yeah. And
many people would die for the opportunity.
They certainly would. Yeah. So, look, the truth of the matter is you have family here, you have your jobs here, your business, and so on.
But if you didn't have any of that, I don't want to put you on the spot. If you didn't have any of that, would you stay?
I would not stay. If I could move, I would move. And let me tell you this, Neil, with my clients, it is a constant discussion, tax planning discussion. How do I get out of New Jersey? How do I get out of New York? Now or sometime in the future? So it's a serious issue that people across the board are considering.
Yeah. I mean, I have kids. I mean, if they weren't so in love with school and everything else where they were, I'd be in Timbuktu.
And I follow you, Neil.
Yes, that would be kind of fun. Yeah?
A smart guy like you, you're going to go to the right place.
Can they move to Florida without driving each other crazy? What do you think? I mean, in the end, what would push you out the door?
Look, if I had the same opportunity pretty much anywhere else, I would be gone already.
We don't want that.
The amount of taxes that I pay here, I feel like I shouldn't see garbage all over the street as often as I do. I mean, what are they doing with my tax money if I'm constantly surrounded by trash?
Where do you live? I mean, you don't want to get. I'm just saying that she's coming out of like a dumpster and I gotta fix my hair.
This whole city is a landfill of garbage.
Whoa. All right. Meanwhile, live from New York. Anyway, I don't know what Chris Hogan thinks about all of this. He's coming up right now to urge a calm, not about states and where you migrate, but this market and how you navigate. I'll explain right after this.